Hey Todd, can you hear me?
Hey mom, yeah, I hear you.
Oh, I didn't think anybody could hear me. Nobody was saying anything. How's
No, yeah, I
everybody?
was looking because I was looking and it literally had the screen black, and I was like, I don't know if it was just like not trying to process or something, or just a little bit of a delay or something.
Oh, okay. But you can hear me and you can see my screen, my picture.
Yeah. I see your It
Okay.
says it has like your name and hosting.
Right, but it doesn't have like me, like actually live like that.
Uh-uh.
But that's fine. That's fine. So how are you doing this evening?
Oh shoot, yeah, I just got off work. Shoot, they had us scheduled today, crazy enough, and we was gonna work till 3, but they had us save some carpet, so
Well,
we left at
Todd,
2.
Todd, 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 Todd.
Yeah.
We're on live with other people across the world.
Oh no, yeah, facts. Yeah.
We don't really want to talk about that in this forum.
No, yeah, I feel that.
We want to talk about what's going on in the world. How are you feeling about it?
Shoot, at the moment, I mean, it's one of those you kind of just gotta have an open mind, but also kind of be, you know, kind of just firm on your beliefs, because a lot of things will just sway you depending on, you know what I'm saying, content you see or things you learn daily in your daily life. So, yeah, it's definitely a mental warfare right now.
So, what do you mean when you say like stay firm on your beliefs? What I mean, has people's beliefs changed, or what would you say the beliefs are right now that people are standing on?
Well, I think it just has a lot to do with just the function of the nation. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how we function. We do all these things, and I mean, as beliefs is like what hills people are gonna die on. Like it's like, some people they think that going to work every day, you know what I'm saying, that makes you a good person, or like just certain little things. But at the end of the day, though, those beliefs kind of like strongly make us individuals in a sense that like we do try to take, this whole big scope of the world thinking like, oh yeah, we have to be this thing or that thing, but
Right.
it's just always in our own scope that we can be whatever we want ourselves to be. And that's just the biggest thing. I mean, yeah, just not swaying your beliefs as like what you really want to be. Like you could literally be believing that you want to be something, but that it could just sway your beliefs. You could see somebody in the same field that works better, or they have better content in that field, but that doesn't take away from your own experience, because it's just it's the personal journey that's really the goal of it all. So if we're all just collectively doing things, yes, that's good, but trying to, what I'm saying, take people off roads that they've been, dedicated on, and trying to change the trajectory of their own lives and their kids' lives, it's just like, yeah, it just goes as far as, yeah, certain people that are just, even the world how it is now. I mean, you just got certain characters in this world that you feel like, oh, I couldn't be that, or oh, well, you already have this type of person, so I can't be. But that's what
Right.
makes the individual process of everybody so important, that no matter what, as long as you just stay grounded on your own belief, like, you know what I'm saying, just don't, even if you get swayed, I mean, look at the facts and feel free to change your mind. But then, even then, to feel even more concrete, to not change on the fact that you felt like you are making an attempt to further your knowledge, better your knowledge, or actually accomplish something within the spectrum of what you originally believed, you know what I'm saying, to keep going. So
Yeah.
I think
Your
that's
family
really.
values,
Mm-hmm.
how you were raised in those values.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, a lot of people have forgotten about those foundational values because the world has been morphing, right, into
Hmm.
something different. So we feel like we have to adjust in order to conform. And then at what level of conformity becomes dangerous, right? Where it's
Hmm.
coming to the point where you're swayed by anything. You're
Yeah,
swayed by anything.
and that's, I
I
mean,
mean,
that's. I'm sorry to cut you off, but no, it's just like ultimately, just in this day and age, we know the resources or the level of resources that are available and the options that we have. So that just even more so should make you not be so susceptible to change or something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like something will almost be made to try to, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's where the whole nature of certain things, I feel like, in my personal opinion, came from, because you have good or you have bad, and then out of that, or whatever side, you're going to get the opposing effect, you know what I'm saying, just from what produces, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff to actually determine something as, in that example, as like good or bad. But yeah, it's like, yeah, if you know that, you know, it's a special thing you can get at a special store that you like, and it's your, you know what I'm saying, it's your thing, then that's like just the best way where you can, that's just a small test, you know what I'm saying, to know that, yeah, if you like a favorite food or something like that, you don't really change based on somebody just coming out of nowhere on a news ad just saying, oh yeah, man, they need to knock that and switch over to, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that, it's more easier in this day and age on the fact that, yeah, I mean, you can just get exposed to so much. And like I said, I mean, your core beliefs, at least if it just follows a line along just a good, you know, just a good base of a lifestyle that you've already been building. I mean, I don't think that you should have like a belief that's like you've kind of been questioning, and then you just,
right,
oh,
for a long
just.
time already.
But now,
Yeah.
if you definitely question some, I mean, that's where, you know, this time now, it just, with the information that's available, it's just good to kind of be a vessel for the ones that are on the fence too about those certain topics or those certain interests and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely, if it's something that, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of just see that it's kind of just been more embedded in just a, yeah, upbringing, family oriented kind of established thing, then that's a lot different. Because I mean, I know, even just like, it's just one of those things now, even trying to be an offspring of something, and you know what I'm saying, you're trying to build and grow with something that you want to create. It's just, it's good, like, just knowing, I mean, when you just get to that point, like, eventually your word will be kind of like a word to the wise, you know what I'm saying, for who's under you. So it's like knowing that and having that in your arsenal, just knowing that you'll eventually get to a point where your tutelage is, or your information will definitely be needed to give to others and the ones under you that benefit. But yeah, it's just like, I think the just ultimately, like I said before, just like standing on something, and really just, yeah, don't get just swallowed up by the group and the masses. Because I mean, it's more masses of groups than it really was ever before. You know what I'm saying? It's like you really had certain small sectors of groups that really won, but now, I mean, it's astronomical, the numbers on just different scenarios of people and beliefs. But yeah, I mean, just don't feel like, you know, even the numbers, don't let numbers sway you. I mean, because a lot of these stories, you know what I'm saying, it'd be one main character. So that main character, he didn't switch up. He didn't, he became and he actually, you know, took on a load and the leadership role that is really the dying force that comes out of, yeah, moving from your beliefs and you being swayed. But yeah, I think, yeah, that's the biggest thing I could think.
Yeah, I mean, and hopefully that's going to change. You know what I'm saying? It has to. It has to absolutely change because it's getting to the point where it's like, oh, okay, okay, that's enough. And what's going on
Hmm.
now in DC is getting to that point. Oh, okay, that's enough. That's enough. You know,
Hmm.
and this is supposed to spread throughout the country, and I don't think people are um, becoming aware how this is going to change you. You know, because I think that observation sculpts you too. You know, and I think
Yeah.
just the fact of being told this and then having to go to downtown DC because I live right on the border. And then the energy was very scary. And I consider myself to be a law abiding citizen, right? All my paperwork is
No,
right,
fact,
you
same.
know? But I'm like, they just pulling people out the car for nothing. What if they walk behind me and just, smash my headlight out and then tell me you have a busted headlight? And I'm just saying, no, I did
Yeah.
not before I got here. Yes, you did, and all of us saw it. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So,
Hmm.
comically, I have to deal with it mentally because I'm just like, this is scary, but how can I make this funny? Like, okay, they're going to just, come at me and they're going to just start busting in my windows and everything like I've seen on TV. And then I'm going to get angry. That would make anybody angry, especially me that has a new car. And then I'm going to be like, oh shit, what are you doing? What the fuck is your problem? And then it's going to be like you're assaulting a police officer when I
Hmm.
kick that motherfucker in the balls. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God.
So it's like I'm gonna have to defend myself throughout this. So I'm like, well, what do I do? And I'm like thinking, okay, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit in my car and let them bust everything out, and then call my insurance because it's a new car, and just get me another car, and maybe move closer to the inner part of Maryland so I don't have to go to DC. Because I mean, I'm just playing it out of my mind, like to be prepared. And honestly, to me, that's not
Yeah.
something I should have to think about.
No, for real.
Sometimes there are some good things in the hood, like liquor stores that, have people who look like you and you can talk a little bit of shit, everybody understands English, and then there's certain places where you go get your nails, it's a place you want to get your nails designed. You want to see what the other girls are doing, pulling all these niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's reasons to
No,
go to
for
the
real.
hood, it's reasons to go to the city. So you cannot be just connected and be disconnected. So this is
Yeah.
filtering over to a lot of people's lifestyle. Now let's take people that don't even live here. Do you want to go and visit DC? That's like your top 10 list right now. The average person. No, I'd rather go to Japan or go to Milwaukee or go to Nebraska or go to somewhere other than a place where I'm going to feel threatened or I'm going to feel like there's a over governmental presence. All these three-letter people. You got IS, you got ICE, you got FBI, you know, you
No.
got
Yeah.
DEA, all the letters showing up. And you have your local law enforcement that's being ran now, all of these entities by one MF. And so what do you do? What do you do? But try to get through it. I don't think it's really touching
Uh,
y'all yet. I think you guys have been, being like in a rural area, you've been protected from that because everybody knows everybody. But I think you would
no.
be more shocked by it happening because you know everybody and then having a whole bunch of strange people showing up. So they do stuff like they'll show up and be at a restaurant and order lunch, act like they're, because that's called plain clothes. They will act like they're dining there, and then the person will be acting like, we want to place an order, and then they start asking personal information like, where do you live? Is this your car? And just all these questions. All of a sudden, it doesn't make sense to their order, and they're just like, well, we just want to know. And then they have someone else come over to the table and like try to bully them just while you're going out to eat lunch or dinner. So the restaurants are suffering.
Mm.
The restaurants are like, people are. I'm not going outside like that. I would love to go out for brunch, but I don't know if our new friend is from INSDEA or what. We just gonna have lunch at my place.
Yeah, see that? No, I definitely do feel like, yeah, I mean, the way this area is, they're completely just not even absorbed in what's going on. And I've been seeing a little bit, but yeah, that just sounds like, I mean, yeah, it's almost just going back to the basis of what I was saying, just on like just trying to sway your beliefs. Because I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like even a part of what you said, like just seeing it is bad enough, and in the seeing and believing, like those just intertwine so well to the fact that it's like, yeah, I mean, you don't even have to necessarily hear about something, but yeah, if you see something and it's that heinous or it's that, you know what I'm saying, just absurd, you're definitely going to be swayed and your beliefs will definitely be shook. And it's like, but that's just a part of what I think, yeah, is just the worst part of everything going on, because it's not like there is a sense of like, okay, this is what's available, the resources, or like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's getting, or it just seems like to me with it, like it's nothing good being protested from some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you got all of this, got this huge police presence in the city, and it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, anything's good coming from, or any good messages. It's just like you just seeing these videos of people, yeah, and you know what I'm saying, just being victims of this stuff. So it's like, yeah, at the same time, with it just being the world it is, yeah. If there's any way to filter like what you got going on and you're exposed to, it's great. But it's just like, I mean, you will definitely find yourself just by seeing something, it will definitely just have some type of impact that might change decisions that you feel on certain stuff. But I don't think nobody should live like that. But that's just, it seems like that just a point in time that we're at too. We done just got to a place too where employment has like employment has been swayed. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's becoming a different it's becoming a different underlining like agenda with like being employed, you know, like some of these places, you know what I'm saying, like certain entities, they get together and it's not like a business to help or like a business of connectivity of like trying to bring, like they almost create a closed group of like, you know what I'm saying, these are the members. And then it's like, yeah, like you just have the worst situations happening, like you even said, yeah. So you can be in a situation by yourself, and then it's your word up against 7 people that are under, you know what I'm saying, the jurisdiction that what they say is really supposed to be law. But yeah, it's a crazy world. That sounds, man.
But
Oh,
you
that's
know, it is what it is. I mean, I've adjusted my schedule. I usually go out in the mornings, you know, and do things. I don't like to go out in the afternoon because, like in the afternoon, that's when I start hearing like a lot of sirens. Like I said, I'm very close to that area, um, and I'm just like, I don't want to go near that, you know. And then when I was like in the city last weekend, you know, part of my experience was I was looking for a place and I couldn't find it. It was nowhere. I had to walk a few blocks on New Jersey Avenue. If anybody knows that, you know, that's downtown. And I couldn't find a place. So then I started walking into different restaurants. I walked into this one Hyatt, Regency, I think Hyatt, a Hyatt restaurant.
oh, my boy Q Braxis joint. Hey, my bad, mom. I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I'm
That's
still
all right.
listening.
Yeah, so I walked in there, and I was asking for the place, and asked for the place, and I met these ladies. They were walking on lunch, and it's like, you can follow us. That's the address we're going to. I went there, looked in there, went to the security guard. I was like, is someone's little place here? He was like, no, it's not here. It's a hoax. And I would suggest we get out of this area. Just, you know, I sped out of there. I sped out of there. And I had parallel parks. You know how hard it is to get out of a parallel parking space really, really fast? I
Fast.
think I beat the fucking record because I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't care where I go. You know, and then I'm like still lost and I'm putting on the GPS hoping it's gonna take me to the right place. and finally got me the hell out of there. Sure did. But then I had to go through there to get to Maryland. So I still had to go through New York Avenue. So I'm going up New York Avenue trying my best to get try to get out of Northeast to get to Maryland, Maryland. I'm headed to Chilham Road.
Facts.
Yeah, that was a scary experience, son. I mean, I don't know what other people are going through, but for me, it made me feel like, you know what? I need to get up early, early, know exactly where I'm going, do what I need to do, and then bring my black ass home to be
But
on the
see,
side.
at the same time though, that's just one thing that like I mean, just the experience alone, yes, that is kind of it's just you shouldn't have to go through that at all. But I think that's just a part of just a deeper agenda to sway people's decision making and again, yeah, back to beliefs because it's like you could believe that it's harm or it's not safe, but at the end of the day, like it's just all on your perception. Like to have a good perception in some of those areas, it could definitely get you. I mean, but it's just like, oh man, no, that's been wild. Like I've been seeing a little bit of the stuff like going on, but that's where I'm at. Yeah, it's, shoot down here, man. There, shoot, all you hear is cicadas and trains and and they are completely yeah from this world. It's not even nowhere close to even trying to even feel how that environment is, but it's just crazy though because ultimately I mean it shapes a lot of things that we don't see, and yeah, like you even said earlier, the effects of it, you know what I'm saying, may have not even hit us yet, so we just really are just in the dark, and so it can definitely be an unsettling feeling, but it's
Hmm.
man.
Yeah, but that's something that, an older generation like us, the generation before us were really retaliatory against stuff like this. That was like the 60s. That was Martin Luther King, that was civil rights movement. Our generation has kind of been like Generation X has been like the product of that, in that, okay, we fought for that threat to be over. You no longer have that threat. Your threat now is yourself, bettering yourself, being independent, making your mark. And then the generation below us, we kind of low key forgot about it too, and then it started happening again. So we really didn't know how to explain it to our children because it was really never explained to us because it was over by the time our generation came. So now this is happening to young people all over again, like the 60s, targeting young minority boys, predominantly, whether they be black or brown, um, because it's kind of a genocide, you know, and enslavement. So if you take it back further, it was enslaving the young stallions, studs, you know, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But if we weren't able to teach you guys, and you guys aren't able to teach your children, it's showing up big time now. And they really don't know how to fight it. I mean, the protest is nice, but my mother's generation, the generation of the civil rights movement, I mean, they did shit like didn't ride the damn bus. We walking everywhere. I don't care if I gotta walk from here to Safeway. I'm walking. I ain't riding no damn bus. It's a city bus owned by the government. I ain't riding it. And then have people pick you up, take you where you need to go, have a network of neighbors and community folks. We need to get back to the Black Panther type shit with, we're putting together our own school lunch programs and our own before and after school programs because the government is no longer able to help. That's what the message should be to the American people. The government is no longer able to help with this shit. We're going to
See,
have to
and it's
raise money.
crazy. I was talking to a friend of mine a week ago or two, and it was just really on some like it wasn't next necessarily anything realistic because that, I mean, it plays into what you're saying, because yeah, we could definitely benefit from trying to get more, you know what I'm saying, that connection of people, and you know what I'm saying, different communities to be able to provide resources and be self-sufficient on their own and do those things and protect each other like they supposed to. But it's just so many different other entities that got one up on the game, so it just like, even like, just that stuff I think is really good and it's really crucial, but you almost have to have a, you got to have a horse in that race. You know what I'm saying? You can't just band together the people, you know what I'm saying, and then just like make it, because I think, yeah, in revolutions and stuff like that has worked, but it ain't worked. It hasn't been like rewarding on the end of, you know what I'm saying, those people that are putting their lives on the line. But if you have, like, you know what I'm saying, a backing in the situation or some type of support, definitely for sure. But I mean, it's like now, if we try to come up with our own phone company, I mean, these phone companies gonna go crazy. They're gonna be looking at your patents and be trying to figure out where you putting up cell towers. I mean, all that. It's like that now. Like, it's like, so if you really do want to hit that route, it's just about like really seeing what entity
Well,
is almost there now to do it, and they just need the manpower.
yeah, but a lot of times they won't necessarily stop you. They'll steal it from you, right? Remember
Yeah,
that new
that
movie that's
part.
coming out called April's Oil, Sarah's Oil, and it's talking about, where this young black girl inherited all this land. They didn't care about it because it really, you couldn't do nothing with it. And this is post-slavery. She discovers oil on the land, and all of a sudden they want to kill her, put her off the land.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
Oh,
Sarah's Oil. It's coming
no,
out.
you hitting it right on the money, because
Yeah,
another
so they're
thing
gonna
I
wait.
heard.
They want you to develop a product, get the branding, get the people, and then be the money behind it. But you be the face of it. That's enslavement. That's a
Yeah,
form of enslavement.
no, literally.
We can't
I
do
mean,
what you do, but we'll be behind the money, and we'll be behind how much you make on what you do.
oh yeah, and the fact that, I mean, we're in a state now where it's just so many different avenues to make money and certain different things to do. It's just like, yeah, I mean,
Like
somebody can
to
literally
love
make it their
is the
life's
root of
purpose
all
or
evil.
their content on trying to mess up your whatever you got going, or you know what I'm saying. But it's, yeah, yeah, it's just one of those things too. I mean, you just got to think of, man, all the people that was so close, and yeah, the idea got stole, or you know what I'm saying, the process got halted. Like, yeah, that's then what hurt us the more. I mean, if anything, banding together, yeah, that definitely is gonna help. But we need to kind of dig deep and see the underlining just cover up stories that didn't get no progress after, you know what I'm saying, something halted what was going on or whatever. Like, we just go and kind of research like the little things that people have been trying to do or been trying to put in works. And I mean, that would definitely get us, it would just give everybody a better sense of just knowing like the real power of the unity of what, you know what I'm saying, everybody being on the same just, you got the same purpose for everybody, and everybody knows what's going to benefit the team and stuff like that. But getting to that place, yeah, it's, you just gonna need some type of donor or something. I mean, not even a donor, but even like you said, you might need a face for it. You know what I'm saying? Because you make yourself the face, then you're, you know what I'm saying, you're just as, vulnerable to all those attacks and all that stuff to happen. So yeah, it's almost like, yeah, to do something nowadays, we probably could do it, but yeah, you might need a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Just for the fact that, yeah, I mean, they made movies like that. They literally made movies like, what is it? Um, what, V for Vendetta? Like, that was a whole like movie on basically like the anonymous person. He's like about to overthrow everything and do it, but the whole time he was putting it off, for them to think it was somebody else the whole time. So it's like, that's an even
Mm.
deeper plan, because you know what I'm saying, you just don't want to be Yeah, I mean, at this day and age, yeah, just being a whale, or you know what I'm saying, you in a whale in a pond, as long as you're just a target. But if you somehow can sway certain situations, yeah, to just take that load off yourself, but evenly distribute it with whatever you're trying to do, and then do it that way, yeah, it could definitely work. But I think that's what's really hurt things in the past, because not only it hurts us when we can't really get something into development with a group of people, but it hurts us even worse behind that when, like, us as a people, we select just one person to, yeah, he'd be the, you know what I'm saying, it's like, yeah, it's overseeing everything with how this person's impacting stuff. Like, but now granted, I mean, that we all know we got MVPs and we got good people, you know what I'm saying, that's can be scattered around amongst all these different groups. But the real power, it's going to come from empowering your weakest links. It's going to come from empowering the people that don't have the power. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
You will not be really solid in this day and age unless, like, yeah, you just got that one good donor, that one good support system that maybe can be some type of scapegoat for even the investment scale of it, because that's another thing too. I mean, whole bunch of random people band together and then they just gonna be trying to figure out the details of stuff. But if you just got notable people that, you know what I'm saying, they can be those characters to step in and just put, you know what I'm saying, whatever effort and whatever resource they have to do just a certain task for, you know what I'm saying, whatever movement and stuff, then I feel like that's definitely the way to go. But yeah, it's just so crazy now, man. When you just think of everything that's been created, I mean, you're just in a realm too, like you still gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta do something that nobody else has done.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be a combination of like a Black Panther and a Martin Luther King Jr. and a Malcolm X. It has to be some combination of that where, nonviolent, but
Mm.
a movement for the community and presence, community presence. So while they all wearing black and gray and whatever, we might be out there wearing purple. I don't know.
See, it's crazy, my boy.
Orange.
No, he's
You
coming.
know, so they
He's
they
right
know the
now.
people that's against them that's out there, but they also know there's somebody that's an advocate that's going to oversee all this other shit that has a right to film things that will be filming and reporting it back to social media. I mean, we can create that for us, honestly.
Yeah, we can, and I ain't even gonna hold you, mom. No, my boy, that's commenting right now, he's speaking facts, and it kind of wants me to segue kind of into a better solution to all this, because I think the greatest players that have been just more impactful, and you know what I'm saying, it's just like, yeah, us as people, our real power doesn't go by putting power in man, because the
Mhm.
power isn't in man. So it's like, if we all, if collectively still, you know what I'm saying, getting on these paths and these purposes that we need, if we just collectively just put in a higher source, like, it's almost, that makes it untouchable from a higher standpoint. Like, you know what I'm saying, you can't just knock somebody off at the top. But if all those people in that community is operating under that umbrella, that's the goal of it all. I mean, I
Change
think
the energy. Go
but
out on the streets and start
that's
singing
what the
gospel
problem is
music.
nowadays, because you can go on Facebook, YouTube, and you can just get swayed and pushed away from, you know what I'm saying, the light. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's the problem. We really just getting our beliefs swayed from knowing that there's not really, there's not a human on this earth that can really, you know, equate for a lot of the answers and information you can learn and stuff. Like, you just got to put that all, you know what I'm saying, and that faith and that urgency, you know what I'm saying, to be right and be good. You got to just put that in God, and really have the people that operate under that umbrella, they help and improve each other and push each other, you know what I'm saying, to do the things that they're good at, you know what I'm saying, make a good team of good players that they do a whole bunch of different things. But under that umbrella, it's like, I mean, that's just how I'm looking at the world now. I mean, yeah, because you could try to band together. I mean, I don't know. It just giving me like Nat Turner vibes. Like, yeah, we can band
It's
together, but
giving
they
me
just gonna
Sinners
slaughter us
vibes.
all. They
Remember
just gonna,
Sinners? Yeah, it's
like,
giving me Sinners vibes.
yeah, no, it's like, nah, that ain't it. Because we as people, like, we really don't have the answers we think, and it's really because it's not really in our hands like we think it is. Like it is, but it ain't, on the simple fact that, like, we're going, you're not only living, you're going through an experience that every moment and every second it's progressing faster to the end. So a lot of the end goal of thing, well, not, dang, I've just mixed it up. But yeah, I think the biggest goal of it is the end goal, on just knowing, you know what I'm saying, the unity and the input and the love and all that stuff that really comes from being under the umbrella of God. Like, you just know that that is long lasting, way more than a human life. Human life, however long, 70 years, 100 years, but the unity and the love under God, like, that's, I mean, they're still talking about in school. So it's like, yeah, it will never be, it will never be it will never be overshadowed. That light is just too bright, and it's one of those that, yeah, I think of young people from a standpoint, like, if we did as young people kind of put that back in our arsenal, that would just give us some of the power back, because we just don't have to be superheroes. We are literally under the umbrella of,
of of centuries of prayer.
yeah, mm-hmm,
Centuries of prayer. I mean, we're still receiving prayers from our ancestors. Just the ones that came to America, but the ones that before they came to America, they were still our ancestors. They were still part of the world, and then part of the world. You know, we're still receiving prayers. So we just have to walk in that faith. You know, but sometimes you forget that when you're actually walking. But yeah, I would say, have our own militia, but be a peaceful militia. Because I mean, if you see it, you'd be like, I don't know the good guys from the bad guys, you know. But of course, walk by faith, not by sight. Where do you live, Cupid? Cupid, where do you live? In Lexington, whatever. Yeah, of course, you're gonna say that. For now, give it 6 months. Y'all gonna be like, no, 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 man, no, man. They had the ICE and the FBI sheets with 20 police officers. No, I'm not driving over there. I'm not driving near sheets. Put it all out on Facebook. Don't drive near sheets. I know. Now watch. It's gonna seem worse once it hits there. It's gonna be worse. Because you're used to seeing the people that you know, and then all of a sudden everybody is who you don't know. And some people are disguised like people you know, but you don't know them. That's the same thing that's happening here. Like, I really don't know anybody here. But, like, somebody could disguise themselves to be, like, anybody. And I would consider them that, there's somebody that's maybe safe. But now it's like, I want to avoid everybody. And I want everybody to avoid me. And I mean, when that stuff happens to you, hopefully not anytime soon, but like I said, give it 6 months, you're going to be looking at everything different. You're like, oh, we got to go around Coreystown to get, around that. Oh, shit, they got the police and the
no,
FDA,
yeah,
the
for real.
DEA, and the ICE and the National Guard all in Coreystown.
Oh God, Mom, my bad. I
Telling
hate
you,
to cut you
that
off.
type shit.
I've been
When
out here
that happens
walking the
to
dog for
y'all,
an
y'all
hour.
gonna think differently. I'm telling you.
No, yeah, I definitely want to like stay, up to date, and definitely just keep talking to you, and just get a good scope on everything, and keep talking. But yeah, I definitely yeah, Mom, I'll definitely try to join again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, we can go
Sometime
ahead and
soon.
end this live now. I do appreciate everybody for joining. Please
Oh
hit
yeah,
the
much love to
heart on
everybody. You
your
going my
way
boy T
out.
Brax.
Please hit your heart if you enjoyed this content and if you want to see any more. Bye for now.
All right, love you, Mom.
Love you too, baby.